I don't know a whole lot, but I know this. The second you define success on your own terms instead of someone else's, life gets so much better.
Yeah, I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah, these days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take the hit and still finish in one. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Swoosh T Yeezy. Thank you again so much for tuning in to another video. And this will be short, but too often I see people, whether it's on social media or in just day-to-day life, their definition of success is not even based on their own dreams, their own wants, their own anything for themselves. It's probably based on what society tells them. Hey, this is what it takes to be successful. These benchmarks here, this is what it means to be successful. And I'm actually quite proud of the younger generation for breaking some of that up in terms of how they would define success for themselves or what they want in their life. Because just, again, having the staple like 9 to 5 and I'm stuck to a desk, like we've seen that change. We've seen people want more control of their life, whatever that may be, and it's not always predicated on, hey, I make X amount of dollars, so I'm just going to continue to remain miserable at this job that I'm in because I have stability or it pays me a certain amount, which a lot of parents, or at least my parents' age, fall into that category. And hopefully as a millennial, you're not falling into that as well. If you are, I know circumstances are not the best right now, just in terms of the world and the economy, but if you can put yourself in a position to be happy with what you do most of your adult time, I would just say maybe try that. Now, we know we have the American dream, which I sometimes call like the American nightmare, jokingly to myself, because society tells you, hey, you need to go to college, you need to get a job, you need to have, get married, and then you have 2.5 kids, and you drive this car, and you have the white picket fence, and you go on these vacations, and you're interested in these things. And it's like, is that success? Is that how we're defining it? Because how many people are living the American dream, but it really is a nightmare? Like, you are just beyond miserable with the person you're with and the situation that you're in. You're not fulfilled and you dread every single day. Like, is that how we're defining success? Just because you can check off certain boxes, then it means that you are successful. Like, I would just say learn to define success for yourself, especially for young adults. And I guess I'm also saying this from a creative standpoint. Figure out what success is for you, because often you, as maybe just viewers or followers, if you are not engaging in creating content yourself, you may think, oh, well, just based on, the outside metrics that I can see, this person is much more successful than another individual. But there are metrics also behind the scenes that you guys can't see, right? Analytics and insights show creators a lot. So let's say you see a creator that has a certain follower count or a certain subscriber count, and they're getting this amount of views versus someone else, right? And their metrics may outwardly be lower. You don't get a chance to see what goes on behind the scenes in terms of, let's say, impressions. And you care more, if you are a creator, and I guess you're taking it seriously, you care about impressions more than you do just about the follower count, the subscriber count, or the views, because impressions means that your content, it's actually in front of people, right? It's in front of people's eyes. People are engaging with it. They're stopping to take it in and to consume it. And it's not always going to correlate based on, oh, like it doesn't seem that they're doing as great as somebody else. There's a lot more you don't see. And it's crazy because I review my analytics a lot. And I stepped away from Twitter for a while. Now, Twitter is a wild space. I'm just going to point that out there because, no joke, someone called the Air Jordan 3 A Ma Maniere the transgender sneaker of the year. I can't make this up. I will post it. I can't make this up. They really commented this. So yeah, that's where sneaker Twitter is from time to time. And also, a lot of them think a shoe is not sneaker of the year if it doesn't have high resale value. So I partly blame the Dior for that. I really do. But learn to, if you're looking at the analytics, okay, like my analytics for Twitter are catching up extremely fast to that of YouTube in terms of engagement. But if you were to look on Twitter, like I don't even have over 4,000 followers there. and I've grinded to, you know, almost 23,000 subscribers here. So just know there's so much more that goes on, and how I would define success. I'm caring about the impressions, I'm caring about the engagement, but also, you know, you climbing to the very top of a specific area, and it's only in one little channel, and I mean channel just in terms of like platform. Does that define success for you as a creator? Because I'll be honest with you, trying to get to some end-all be-all goal, like I know creators, you know, we come up here and we're like, yeah, we shout out whatever the next goal is. Like, I don't really do that, or at least you don't see me do that here on the channel. Like, I'm chasing this or I'm chasing that. I'm really not, because as I've grown in this space and I had no idea what it would lead to, doors open, and I think I'm much more comfortable just for myself really going like deeper, like expanding my depth into areas that hold a lot of value and connection, because you connect with a lot of people on Twitter, you connect with a lot of people on Instagram, and it's a lot of rapport and things that are built that you may not see, that puts you in a position to win, and win in a way that you would like to define success. Not just like, hey, I'm at like 100,000 subscribers and it's just like, is that it? Because I'm gonna be real with you, if you're in this also to have another viable stream of income, YouTube is a whole lot of work for what you get paid, okay? It's a lot of work versus like you do a campaign and that's like a weekend's worth of work, and it's like 3 times more than what you could possibly be bringing in for YouTube. So learn to define success for yourself. So for me, you probably won't see me saying like, oh my God, like life will just be so much better once I hit 100K. If I never hit 100K, it is what it is. I'm sure down the line over time, like it took 3 years to hit 22,000. So, all right, we would just keep having to space that out, and eventually we would get there, but I'm not stressing about it if I never do, because other connections are being built that I would define as successful. So I would just want you to define success for yourself. You know, for some people, having a home, that's what they would define as success for themselves. I don't want a home. I don't. Like, to have an actual house, in this market as well, a lot of people that are in homes right now are struggling to sell them, and then struggling to get enough to make sure they can get into another home, because the housing market is crazy right now. But not only that, listen, the upkeep and everything else that goes into a home, and based on my lifestyle, no, like a home is not something that I would care about. Condo life, yes, sweet. High-end apartment, yeah, sweet. But no, like a home would not define success for me. Driving a specific car doesn't define success for me. Like some people, you need to have the newest car. That's not success for me, at least for me. Okay, that's just not it for me. I think people need to learn to define what success is for themselves. So hopefully you do that, you know, like a successful sneaker collection. Who could even name that? Like what would make it a successful sneaker collection? I don't know. Does it have to have certain staples, certain models, certain colorways? A lot of you would argue yes. Some people argue you're not even a sneakerhead if you don't own a single Jordan, which is one of the most asinine comments I've ever heard. But, you know, just again, sneakers is a weird space. I'm learning that. So define success however it works for you. Just please don't get caught up in how your parents define it, society defines it, your friends, other family members, social media especially. Like just don't do that, okay? Do yourself a favor, define it for you. All right, that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in. If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I truly appreciate it. And as always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.